Building a framework on top of another framework has a price. I paid it. I wrote Expressive Tea on Express with dependency injection from Inversify. It ran in production for years. Then Express 5 arrived, and with it, the full migration. Then the jump to Inversify 7, breaking changes deep enough to stall my own work and force another refactor, and underneath all of it, middleware ordering. What runs first? What runs after? Keeping that order straight, my typing kept getting more complicated. Real time? Install a package and wire it up. Server sent events? Wire that up too. At some point, maintaining someone else's foundation stopped making sense. That's where green tea came from. The same idea, rebuilt from zero. This is green tea. The idea is simple. Your API is not a chain of middleware. It's an explicit dependency graph, one you can see, slice, and trust. You declare what each step needs and what it produces. The framework computes the order. I built it with one runtime dependency, no Express, no Inversify. There is no app.use here. There are three pieces. A provider hands over a resource. Here, the price feed. A step produces a value from other values. Here, the authenticated user. And a controller that only declares what it needs. Look at the handler signature. I wanted the signature to be the contract. This handler reads user. So user is his dependency. Nobody wires it by hand. On boot, green tea sorts the graph and prints route by route the exact chain that will run. And this is not a dead log. This is the graph, live, served by the application. Colors are the method. The border is the transport. You can click a route to see only what it uses. In Nest, this view sits behind the paid plan. Now I'm going to break something on purpose. I remove the provider that hands over sessions, but I leave the auth step that needs it. And there it is. It doesn't boot and serve undefined. It fails at startup, and it tells you what's missing and who asked for it. Look at the difference between these two routes. The public price route runs market, and that's it. It does not run the auth step. The protected route does include it. Why? Because the price handler never asked for user, and the portfolio one did. This is what I was after. Every route runs only its slice of the graph. Your public endpoint doesn't pay the cost of auth. The request body is validated with standard schema. Here, with Zod. Valibot and archetype work too. That's how the core stays dependency-free. Negative quantity, 422, with the error, field by field. Now, an invalid token, 401, without writing a single hand-rolled check in the handler. These are live prices over server-sent events. Do you know what the handler returns to do that? An async iterable. That's all. Server-sent events, new line delimited streaming, or a duplex WebSocket. I didn't want a different primitive for every transport. It's always an async iterable. The only thing you declare is the direction. And look at this. The order is placed over HTTP, and the field arrives over WebSocket in the same instant. One mental model. In Express, you bolt on a separate package. In Nest, it's a separate gateway. Here, you return an iterable. Secure by default. Hardening headers on every response without doing anything. Native TLS. CORS with the credentials rule done right. Size limits against attacks. And because it's all the same metadata graph, I project it to a real OpenAPI 3.1. No extra decorators, nothing duplicated. All of this. And the dependency tree is still this. One dependency under the framework. One more thing, this same demo runs on 3 runtimes, Node, Dino, and Bun. And the source code is the same. Comparing the source folders, only one file differs. Main.ts, a single line. How you serve it. The graph, the routes, the validation, the real time, identical. Here, running on Dino, same dashboard, same live prices, same WebSocket, and here on Bun, without changing one line of your logic because only the transport knows the runtime. Everything else runs on web standards, Node, Dino, Bun, and the edge like Cloudflare workers. In an ecosystem that reinvents itself every 18 months, I didn't want my code held hostage by a runtime. With green tea, it isn't. One idea answers 3 questions. What does this handler depend on? The graph. How do you push data over time? An async, iterable, and who maintains the foundation? I do, not you. All in-house. One dependency. I'll be honest with you, green tea is in beta. Express and Fastify have a decade of ecosystem. This does not have that yet. You come for the model and the ergonomics. You bring your own authentication. You just saw it. It's a step. The repo and the demo code are in the description. If maintaining someone else's foundation has worn you out, green tea is worth a look.